Okay, here we are playing Zelda. We have a special guest tonight. We have Slowbeef. You still there,
Hey,
Slowbeef?
what's going on, guys?
Slowbeef
I'm still here.
Slowbeef is joining us live over the internet. We had a really.
It's amazing what the internet can do nowadays.
Yeah, we have an absurdly complicated setup.
And here I thought it was just for porn.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have a bad feeling we're going to be talking over each other a lot, but that's okay.
I have the bad feeling we're going to get into a competition to see who can have the most manly voice.
Let me speak in my deep voice. Hold on.
All right, hang on. I need to sync up something here. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I just need to have that there so I can sync up the audio later on. Now, what I've just done here is I hit the owl statue with my sword. This game has two different ways to save your game. You can either play the Song of Time, which resets you back to the beginning of all 3 days, and you lose all your money, all your arrows and bombs. If you have bottles, you lose the contents of your bottles. If you use if you activate the owl statue by hitting it with your sword, you can save there. And it'll save all your stuff and everything you've done during that time cycle, and it'll save what time it is. So it's more like a state save.
Now, Stud Bagel, can I ask you a question about this game?
Go ahead.
I see you kill a Z-targeted thing. Is this as much of a pain in the ass as it seems like?
It is a really difficult game.
Here's my thing with Majora's Mask is, because I only played it a little back in the day when I had a Nintendo 64, and it was, and you're winning on the manly voice. It seemed like you could go through a dungeon, you could be close. Go ahead.
Yeah, you must have had the memory expansion back then.
Oh, I did, my friend.
Cool.
I believe I got it for Perfect Dark, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that game
anyway,
needed that
my point was though, like,
for the single player game. Go ahead.
Right. No, absolutely. My point was though, is it possible that, and I just lost stream. No, here we go, I got it back. Is it possible then, like, you can go through a dungeon basically and get like close to the end of it, and then shit, I'm on the end of day 3, so I got to restart again?
Yes, that's very possible. In fact, you can beat the dungeon, and after the dungeon is beaten, conditions change. There are certain things you can only do after the dungeon is beaten. But then when the whole time cycle resets, you've lost that progress. So once you've beaten the boss once, you can go back and fight the boss. Like you can skip the dungeon, go straight to the boss and kill him. But that means fighting the boss again.
So what are you doing right now?
Right now I'm playing a minigame where you attack logs using the jump slash. I'm basically doing this just to kill time. I need to get to a certain point in the day. I actually planned out this entire run like really carefully, so I could show off certain things.
Is my buffoonery ruining it at all, or?
No. This is really not important.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, great. No, I'm glad you brought me into the not important part.
No, there's much better stuff later on in this video.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will say is that Majora's Mask always seemed to me like the hardest Zelda, just for this reason alone. It's one of the ones I haven't beaten actually that I've played.
I'd say Zelda 2 is harder if you want to go just for raw difficulty. But yeah, for the 3D Zelda games, this one's the hardest.
Sure. It's basically like the.
Yeah, Twilight Princess is pretty much a pushover compared to this game.
Definitely, absolutely. Actually, still, I have not gotten into Twilight Princess, really. Now, it looks like you're going through another mini-game, are you?
Do you see me entering the inn right now? Or am I...
Yes.
Okay.
Stockpot Inn.
Yes. Okay, then we're all synced up. Yeah, right now I'm passing even more time. I'm going to go and talk to the grandmother in this room. She is so boring when she talks, she puts you to sleep and time passes. I'm also reading her diary, because I do that. She's talking about the food she doesn't want to eat.
She's a low polygon grandmother, I will say that.
Yeah.
And I will also say that this is a very boring conversation. I mean, that's going on screen, not with you. And
yeah, I hope I'm not going through the text too fast. This is just sort of vague mythology background for the world that you're in. I just passed 2 hours.
The grandmother's kind of a... You know, I will say though, this is still better than the time passage in Simon's Quest, and that door totally clipped through her.
Yeah.
Don't think I didn't catch that game.
Now look, there's an event happening right now. I happened to time it just
now,
right.
You don't have to spoil it if you...
Here we go.
Okay.
Going into the sequence where you eavesdrop on a conversation. That's how you make plot progress.
Eavesdropping?
Yeah. Also, vandalism.
I usually find... I usually find that's how it works for me in the real world.
Yeah, with Zelda games, you get a cash prize whenever you vandalize something. Especially if it's inside someone's house.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, cutting down the bushes, throwing the chickens. It's all fun in games in Zelda.
Yeah. I think when someone designs a game, they design a purpose for the character. Then they sort of design the world around that purpose. Like, say with Bionic Commando, the character is designed to infiltrate enemy installations with a bionic arm. And then that's what you run into. If you have a Zelda game...
And correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Right, with the Zelda game, you're pretty much designed to explore. You find, strange rock sculptures, you find this weird stuff and weird people. Then there's Metroid.
Gotcha.
I'm convinced that the purpose behind Metroid is to confront gigantic monsters and shoot them repeatedly in the face.
See, I have to disagree with you. I think the purpose of Metroid is to piss me off.
Well, that's something
for the record, by the way.
Yeah.
If you're on a riff, or you just keep going, man, because I have nothing important to say. I'm not even being sarcastic there. I really don't. I haven't played Majora's Mask that much, so like these mini game logs, I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay, what we're seeing right here is the employee of the inn going into the employees only room. If you basically stalk her, if you stand outside the door, you can get a glimpse inside that room.
Okay. Why do we need that?
There is people in the thread have been talking about the big subquest. That room is important to that subquest. I just like the animation detail, so that the skirts are swishing around when she walks. Just did really.
Right.
I think they put a lot of effort into this game. But on the other hand, they sort of.
And it gives me an erection, which is nice.
Then on the other hand, they just borrowed a whole lot of content from the other Zelda game. Reused a ton of models. Now, here I am, precisely at about 1 o'clock in the first day. She asked me if I have a reservation. I say yes, I do have a reservation. She has me down for an afternoon. I get a key to a room. Oh yeah. It's all about being in the right place at the right time. Okay, now I'll just leave the inn. Oh, what's this? Another event.
What?
This is the mailman. Mailman is a really weird guy.
I'm shocked at how many flamboyantly gay 3D models are in the Zelda games for.
Well, that has something to do with Japanese design. See, when they introduce a lot of feminine elements into a masculine character, it doesn't make him gay. It just makes him cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one way of putting it. No. Ever since Final Fantasy VII and the swords, craziness.
Yeah, I lost it at Final Fantasy IX when Kuja showed up. I'm like, wow, that chick is hot. Then I was like, uh-oh, that's not a chick. Alright, so here's my room that's my room on the second floor. Inside my room, I find a treasure chest.
Rupees, just...
Yeah.
It's like one of those hotel bars. It's beautiful.
Well, that's not my money, but I'm taking it anyway. Over here in the corner of the room is your fairy makes a point of noticing that you can hear the stuff in the next room over. pretty sure that's a red herring. I never found
Right.
any use for that part of the wall.
So odd they put that in.
Yeah. Maybe they
Some of these
intend...
games, like, do you ever play like Simon's Quest and you get like the villagers who tell you everything and nothing applies to anything in the game?
I tried to play Simon's Quest. I made no progress.
I just remember like one of the villagers telling you like, oh, if you look at the Death Star, you'll die, and that had nothing to do with anything. Sorry, I'm derailing here.
Look at this secretary up
Do
here.
you?
What? Do I what?
I'd do her. I mean, what?
Oh yeah, do her?
Yeah,
it's
I
kind of hard to guess what's going on there underneath the polygons. I like the green hair though. That's
Well, I
pretty
mean,
stylish.
she's sharp. Don't get me wrong. I
She's
mean, literally.
obviously coming on to me.
It's sad too because you're young Link in this.
All right, time for another case of mistaken identity. This woman I'm talking to is the wife of the mayor, and she's concerned about her missing son, who's been missing for more than a month now. Now we need to agree on a pronunciation. It's K-A-F-E-I. I've been calling him Cafe. I don't know if that's even remotely correct.
Well,
we just need.
I've studied a little Japanese, and hey, you've got a mask.
I got my mask.
And Kahe seems about right, I guess.
Well, I do know that they tend to put the emphasis on the first syllable in a name, usually. But I don't know. It's just a guess, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the Fishman here is going to make a reference to the Game Boy Zelda game, Ballad of the Windfish.
Oh, Boner's Awakening, right?
Yeah, that was a good game. I hope Lurk Dog really goes through that. I hope Lurk Dog is doing Link to the Past right now. I really hope he gets back to doing that.
Gotta.
Okay, now we're gonna do.
Fair. He has to.
Yeah. Going through people's things some more, reading Cafe's diary. He's talking about his wedding mask. So now we know, like.
It's so weird. Clocktown seems like it has so many mini quests.
Well, that's Zelda games for you. So now we know Cafe was a guy engaged to a woman, gonna get married pretty soon, and he went missing. And we have that mask. If you wear the mask and talk to someone while wearing the mask, that's the equivalent of asking them about Cafe.
I see.
Yeah.
Kind of like profiles in Phoenix Wright.
You know, I really need to get a DS. I don't have a DS.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right you do, you Philistine. What is this Jeff playing a Zelda game? What are these jugglers doing? Oh, jugglers.
Those are the most, even more homosexual than the other guys we've seen so far. They just juggle. Now I've actually forgotten.
What it is, it's just, it's...
Yeah?
Don't get me wrong, I'm fine with homosexual. I'm just saying, I'm just amazed at how they conveyed flamboyance with these low poly models and stuff.
Oh. Bright colors, gyration type movements.
There you
go. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna manipulate the flow of time for my own personal benefit.
Okay. Looks like we're going to night of the first day.
Yeah.
Call me crazy.
Yeah. Now we've got this weird guy shows up. Yeah. You'd recognize this guy from Zelda 64.
I thought it was coming out of his head for a second. I haven't played Zelda 64 in a while.
I was hung out in that windmill. Just because I like the music in there, I'll go hang out.
Yeah, no, it's a good place to chill.
It also had a pretty
how many mini quests
what are you saying? We need to find better system.
How many mini quests are there in Clocktown?
I never bothered to keep track. But yeah, this guy has some great facial expressions.
Oh yeah. Got the retarded nodding and whoa, what the?
Yep.
Right, parading it around tiny young animals?
But does that not make perfect sense for some reason? It's actually giving a
you know, I must have my Zelda lore off.
Yeah, it's giving you a really blatant hint for another mini quest later on. Actually, at the end of the next video, I'll use that the Bremen mask to get the most useful mask in the game. He's beating an obscure nonsense minigame. There's a frog over there. The frog is also involved with a mini quest, believe it or not.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, if you look at the...
No, I mean, I think you're lying.
I hate to say it. I'll get that one frog on that one mini quest because I'm not getting the other frogs. It's such a pain in the ass. So this is the Mask of Vengeance for me right now.
Oh, that dog that was kicking your ass before with the Deku.
Yeah. Revenge will be mine. Come this way, dog. This way.
Yes. Oh, here we go.
You're mine now, dog.
Oh my lord.
That's
you did not.
That's for kicking my ass as a Deku kid. But you know, with the time flow being what it is, that actually hasn't happened so much in this, you know. So to clarify, that's for kicking my ass as a Deku kid in an alternate timeline which is not currently coincidental with the current iteration of reality. Is that clear?
Stud Bagel? Stud Bagel? Yes. You're an Adam Drum bopping motherfucker.
And that third time, it's just for being a dog.
You know we needed some Pulp Fiction in this thread, let's just face it.
Yeah, get a good close look at that mask. Pretty much every mask in this game looks really weird.
Are you actually going to try to get all the masks in the game?
I don't remember how obscure and difficult they all are. But if I get to the end of the game and I don't have every mask, I do have a save game already that has every mask. So I can just load that and show it off.
Okay. Probably a good idea. The only reason I say that is because I noticed people in the thread mentioning... Wait, what's happened?
Oh, I'm giving all my money to this crazy guy in the street.
Oh,
it's a good idea.
Yeah. I do that at Port Authority sometimes.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, people in the thread are sometimes
I was reading
mentioning...
though, even
Yeah, they're mentioning the Oni mask, the Fierce Deity mask, which is something you can unlock at the end of the game if you have every mask, and then you put up with some mini games, believe it or not. And then when you have that mask, it becomes very easy to fight bosses. Yeah, there are those dancing girls once again.
Oh, there's that one of those guys again. The infamous Zelda cutting of bushes. The reason I make mention of that is because I know a couple of people in the thread said if you play this game well, you're still looking at like 20 hours of gameplay or something like that.
Yeah, I need to just kind of rush through it as much as I can. But it'll take a while. Gotcha. It will take a while to do.
That's okay, man, and I'm here to help you with filler.
I've got my filler right there. I just ran outside and got more spare change to hand to this guy.
Why are we doing this?
It'll be useful a bit later on. When you give this guy money, you get rewarded for it. Eventually.
Oh, I see. Now, you can only hold 99 rupees right now, right?
Right. But that'll change in the next video. Yeah.
God. You have a good sense of foreshadowing, my friend.
No, actually, the way the setup is going right now, on my left, I have the lagged video, which is actually a bit out of sync with you, but that's okay. On the right, I have the unlagged video, so I can basically see 12 seconds in the future. And in the future, I see lots of sliding.
It doesn't matter. Honestly, I'm playing, like, Xbox 360 right now.
Dead Rising?
But,
yeah, the 360 is killing me with those exclusives.
How do you know? I just got the HD TV, so... Oh, where are you running up to now, my friend? Oh, you're sliding back down.
Yeah, this is about as much fun as watching you try to bomb jump.
Oh, you know, I swear to God, if every video Let's Play thread has a goddamn Metroid reference in it, I'm gonna be so sorry I started this whole thing.
Should I forget those jokes about event programmers then?
Well, you know what? Anybody else see Immortal or actually did good? Thank you. Anyway.
I did watch that one. Yeah.
Now you're...
Yeah, this is the creepy guy.
You can't kill this guy.
I want to kill this guy. I'm going to stab him, even though it's useless. I want to hack his shins off, because he is such a bastard. It'd be so much better for everyone if I could just kill him right then and there, but no. More sliding.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
It's not fair that you can't murder anyone you want whenever you want. You know, you're in a consequence-free situation. Now, what I'm actually doing here is killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been killing lots of time, and I'm so lucky I managed to finally... Oh, I'm looking 12 seconds in the future again. Yeah, I finally got up that slide, as you'll see shortly.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting there.
There you go. I got you now.
Okay, and I got on top of that
Whoa,
tree.
Here we go.
Just about precisely at midnight.
Wow. You got another piece of heart.
Yeah.
How many more of those you got to go? Like 80?
I'm not going to go for all of those.
Yeah, I'm going back to Frank West. No, I'm...
Okay, so here I am on top of this tree in the north part of town on the first day at midnight. Someone enters the town at just about that time. Creepy guy is standing in the corner. What's going to happen? Another event.
A lot of time-based events in this game.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Uh-oh. The old lady's lost her luggage. You gonna save it?
I'm gonna solve this problem with violence. Ready, here I go.
Do it!
I'm gonna go stab this guy in the...
Roll after him!
I'm gonna stab this guy in the crotch. Ready?
What? Why is he targeting the kid? No, he's going away!
I'm trying to get him. Come on.
Well,
see if I
you're not doing good.
You see, I tried to hack his legs off.
Somebody.
Yeah. He got away. The guard was standing right there. The guard did nothing.
This is making me sick.
I hate that guard.
You know... Yeah, really. He just blocks you. What the hell is this? Blast mask?
Oh, guess what you can do with this thing?
Blow shit up?
It's better than that. You wear the blast mask on your head. So basically, what you can do with this mask is blow your head up at any given point in time.
You know how much I love that.
It's the Headsplosion mask. It's the most
beautiful.
perfect thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. What I could have done back there to kill more time is talk to that kid and do the hide and seek minigame again. But you know, screw that. If I did that again,
yeah, really.
I would have gotten the bomber's notebook since I'm a human this time. And this guy in the streets, that is the guy who actually got that room on the second floor of the inn, sleeping on the street now. I've got his room
and his money.
I gave his money to the crazy guy on the sidewalk. Yeah. Yeah, I know this code. Dude. I wrote this code down. If I had the bomber's notebook, it would be in my bomber's notebook, but I don't have that.
But we're just blatantly cheating.
Oh, this is legitimate cheating. It's better than fake cheating.
Oh.
It's exploiting the circular nature of time to your own benefit.
Oh, I gotcha.
Right.
Crazy.
It's like, if you've seen the movie Groundhog Day.
I love this game.
Yeah, this is the path to the astronomer's...
Of course I did.
Yeah, this is the path to the astronomer's place. We're taking a different turn this time. We're getting attacked by a giant spider.
Where's the part where Link keeps winning Jeopardy?
Jeopardy? There's a lottery in the game. I don't know about Jeopardy.
Did you see Groundhog's Day? Because that was a scene in the movie.
Oh, no, I only saw the first half of the movie. I really want to see that movie too.
Oh my god, you can't... Yeah, you don't even understand your own references. I'm so sorry I did this. No.
Look, I just exploded my face at that wall and tore it down. And now since I've committed an act of vandalism, I get a cash prize. And look at the smoke effect on his face. When you use when you use the blast mask, it takes some time to recharge. So you can't use it really as a weapon. At least not very much.
So it's pretty good as like your standard sort of cave blowing up bomb. Is that the idea?
Yeah, it's mainly useful if you run out of bombs, and that happens pretty often.
Yeah, gotcha.
When you start every time loop, you have no bombs, so that happens pretty often. Okay, now another event coming up right here.
This.
It's this kid from the Bombers.
Yeah, I'm wondering how, honestly, the output video is going to come where I'm, like, reading some of the text, but it might be 12 seconds behind. Everybody's like,
no,
wow, Slowbeef, you're a really fucking slow reader.
Actually, you're 4 seconds ahead of me, I think. Just judging by your reactions.
Oh, cool.
That's because you're looking at it, next time you need to do this in VLC, so we get the same amount of buffering. But it's fine for now.
I'll try.
Try harder next time. I get the notebook.
You know what just happened? I only made 15 hours in overtime mode. 15 hours.
Son of a bitch. Yeah,
I've never played. Attention.
I've never played Dead Rising, so I don't actually know what you're talking about. But that sounds pretty horrible.
You've got the Bomber Secret Society's Justice add to your notebook, at least.
Yeah, that's almost happened. Okay. Yeah, you can play.
Sorry.
Yeah, that the minigame where you play hide and seek. The game will let you play that again as a human, and it'll act like you're doing things properly, and you get the notebook that way. Or you can just go to the kid, give him the secret passcode, and sort of trick the game into getting the notebook without playing that thing twice. It's a tricky game.
Let me ask you a question. This fairy is sort of a dick to you, it seems like, in this game?
Yeah.
Wouldn't Link just want to get rid of it? Or boner, depending on what you want.
I really don't know how Link feels about the fairy. You know, personally, I want the fairy gone, or at least, you know, replaced with a better, useful fairy.
Right. Like, Navi's annoying, but this guy's a jerk.
Well, it's sort of a precursor to Midna, I think. Midna is pretty much a bitch to you for the first half of the game, and it's awesome, actually. I love Midna in a non-sexual way. Now, here's the dancing guy. You were talking about flamboyant characters. This guy might be the top most flamboyant guy.
This would have been a perfect time to play Dead Rising, damn it. Whoa. He's in your notebook. Link likes him.
Okay, now the logical thing to do is play a song for him. Yeah?
Is that how you pronounce it, by the way, Ocarina?
I have no idea.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I actually don't know. I'll just call it a flute. We can say flute, and everyone knows what we're talking about. That'll be fine.
Taught it? Oh, sorry. I'll wait 4 seconds behind. I have taught it to you, now you can... Oh my lord, you got his mask?
Yeah. This is quite possibly the scariest mask in the game.
Quite possibly the scariest scene in the game.
No, it isn't.
Well, you're his successor now. You're like his Dick Grayson to his Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, you know, I want to take a moment to...
My goodness.
I want to take a moment to blame you specifically for all Let's Play threads. Because you started it. Way
started
back, yeah, you wrote up that whole Metal Gear 2 for the MSX, I think. Way back before Let's Play.
If you want to know the truth, I do, no joke, and I'm not even kidding with you, I do consider myself like the progenitor of it. And I actually mentioned that to Get Well Gamers once, no joke. And so, I'm sorry, but here we are now, so blame Stuck Bagel for...
Yeah. And I got this idea watching...
As I've read... Super Metroid? Tell you what, you know what, Stud Bagel? I'm going to thank you for making me a guest commentator. I'm going to give you a hint.
Yeah?
I'm doing something really fucking crazy next time, so...
Oh, cool. Have you noticed how many video? Have you noticed how many video threads are popping up lately? We got Bionic Commando popped up this afternoon, and the latest Zelda 2 update is all video, also with some crazy sort of Nintendo editing sprite stuff.
I
And
missed
you know,
that, actually. I gotta check that out.
It's not great, because he doesn't learn the art of talking about nothing all the time. He's basically just playing the game and mentioning things he's facing in the game every once in a while. But this is basically the end of my video.
On to the second day.
Yep. That's almost happened.
Well. Oh, right.
Yep, that's it.
Well, awesome. I'm glad to do it with you. I thought I was a pretty good guest. Sorry I didn't know a little more about Majora's Mask, but, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
And, yeah, the stuff we're saying now basically won't be in the video.
Oh, I was gonna give you props and say I thought you were doing a pretty good job on the.
Oh, well then I'll put it.
Would you like to start recording again?
I'll work it out. Yeah, so
I was gonna say, I honestly. Go ahead.
I have to stay up late now to get this all edited so I can have Google process it overnight.
Welcome to my nightmare. Yeah. I was so happy when Scarboy and I finished fucking Torian, and I'm like, I'm done, and everyone's like, hey, do another video, and it's like, oh, you know, like. But no, really though, you're doing a great job on this one. I'm not even fucking with it. I've worked with a couple other people on video LPs. This is so far one of my favorite ones, along with Bionic Commando. But you did great on this one. Good job, man.
Thanks. All right, I'll see you on the internet.
On the internet,
good night.
Man.
Yep. Good night, Slowbeef. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to